functioning. It's always been my way or highway. The faith of the people, what they have in lighting the lamp on top of the hill at Thiruparankundram. And this is not something new. This has been going on for many, many, many years. And they giving a very insane reason for not lighting, saying that there's a dargah next to it and citing a law and order. I think it's very clear that they are trying to come up with appeasement politics when it comes to the minorities. We at BJP have been saying that we are very, very secular. It's not about Hinduism, and it's all about people's faith, which we trust. And I would like to ask DMK time and again, whether it's DMK, whether the partner in crime ally of Congress, or whether it's TMC or anyone for that matter, what is happening in West Bengal at the moment with 6 Hindus being killed in over a month. I would like to ask them, how long will they go ahead with this kind of an appeasement politics for the minorities? If they call themselves as secular, they should also be protecting the Hindus as well. Why is it they always look at the protection and the thoughts and the ideas and the sentiments of the Hindus?
You're calling this appeasement politics. The DMK, meanwhile, maintains that there's no history or any recording that suggests that the Deepam was ever lit at the Deepatun. So they're claiming this is a figment of imagination and a manufactured controversy by your party, by the BJP.
And what about the courts? What about this High Court? What about the Madurai Bench Court? Why is it that they had brought in impeachment against Justice Swaminathan? If there's no history to it, are they trying to say that the law in our country, the judges or the benches, whoever is there at the in front of the law, they all are uneducated. They do not have any sense. They are just blindly following some rules. What are they trying to say? Do they even understand that they are trying to prove that how basically they have been talking nonsense and they have been trying to uproot the faith of the people? Why was this controversy? It started because DMK denied it. So let them answer the courts now, where even today the Madras Court and Madras High Court with Madurai bench has said that the Deepam should be lit. So are they going to tell the judges, are they going to tell the law that there's no history to it?
Because the constant contention from the DMK is we've never seen these kind of issues previously in Tamil Nadu. There's never been, controversy over the lighting of a Deepam. There's never been communal tensions. So they're claiming that all of this is new now with the entry of the BJP, that the BJP is propping up these issues.
They're scared. The fear is very clearly written on their faces, where they feel that BJP is going to take away the power from them. Today, people of Tamil Nadu are very clear that they want to change. The kind of support NDA alliance has been receiving with ADMK and BJP and alliance, the kind of support we have been receiving from people, the fear has clearly set in DMK. They know this is the last tail end, the fag end of their political journey as far as DMK is concerned. So they will try every trick around the corner, every trick possible, every clown who takes the circus. So this is how they have been behaving, the clowns of the circus, that they want to make a circus of this political issue. And they become the clown in the end. So we are just watching the clowns perform at the circus, is what I would like to say.
Khushbu Sundar, one contention of the state government, and this is a rather serious one, they cite law and order. They say that if we allow the Deepam to be lit, there will be riots in Thiruparankundram, which is why we cannot allow it. Now that I'm sure you will concede is a genuine concern and one that needs to be addressed.
Any kind of communal disharmony is not accepted, whether it's Tamil Nadu or any part of the country. We at BJP, with our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, we have been making it very clear that we do not appreciate any kind of communal disharmony. When DMK cites, please be very clear that they are capable of creating troubles in the name of religion. We have seen it in the past. We have seen it very recently. We have even seen it what happened very recently at different issues in Tamil Nadu. They are quite capable of creating this kind of a disharmony just to claim that, see, what we said was right. What they did when Vijay was having a meeting at Karur, we have seen that how very wantedly they had given a very small place, knowing very well that there's going to be a crowd. And even now with Thiruparankundram, they are doing the same. They're citing. We definitely do not appreciate or we accept any kind of disharmony. We believe in secularism, but it's the DMK who has been trying to send this message across people's mind that if the Deepam is lit atop the hill, please start a problem. So this is the basic, when I say clowns, this is the basic tricks of the clowns in a circus, which the DMK is trying to put across the people's mind.
That's a grave charge. You're essentially suggesting that you won't be surprised if we see violence playing out when or if the Deepam is lit. Do you think, Khushbu Sundar, now with what's happened in the Madras High Court, that finally we're going to see the Deepam being lit at the Deepatun?
Yes, we will make sure that the Deepam is lit. It's not BJP. Please understand, BJP is not Tamil Nadu, but the people of Tamil Nadu. It's not the BJP who are opposing. The people of Tamil Nadu who have this complete faith in lighting the Deepam atop the Thiruparankundram hill. It's their faith we have been fighting for. People have been fighting for their own faith and religion. And I think with DMK, I would like to tell them, please do not come into hide behind a mask of saying that we are secular and we are trying to protect the people. In fact, it's you. I am not accusing them. I am very blatantly on this channel. I am telling them that you are quite capable of creating a disharmony among the people of Tamil Nadu in the name of religion. With elections around the corner, DMK is capable of anything and everything. Please allow us to light the Deepam. And we in Tamil Nadu believe in living in harmony, respecting each other's faith, each other's religions, each other's communities. So you don't try to create a problem between us. Keep your political agenda of creating disharmony away. This is a political time. You'll find better place and better platform to speak on those lines. But let us completely trust and follow our faith, which we believe in.
My final question to you, Khushbu Sundar, is you mentioned the elections. We're a few months away from that crucial assembly election in Tamil Nadu. Do you think that voters also will consider what's been happening at Thiruparankundram as one of the core issues? Because the DMK maintains that ultimately this has never happened in Tamil Nadu, that we see this kind of a showdown, and that politically it simply doesn't matter.
For them, they do not understand that many a times we have seen how Hindus have been suppressed. In the name of minority, the majority has been suppressed. Now is the time where the majority has woken up and said that we also need to fight for our rights. And with the elections around the corner, BJP is never going to use Hinduism or anything as a part of political agenda. For us, it's the people we work for. Please send me one. I would like to ask DMK, one policy or a scheme brought in by the Prime Minister, and let me tell you, it's always Pradhan Mantri. It's not named by any of the political leaders. It's always Pradhan Mantri. So any of the Pradhan Mantri Yojanas or the schemes we have come out with, does it say that this is only for the majority community? It's not for the minorities, people who vote for BJP, people who do not vote for BJP. These schemes, these policies, everything belongs to the people of this country, irrespective of the religion, community, or their faith. And I think this is one thing which the DMK and other political parties who are opposing BJP, they need to understand it's only BJP who's working for the people and not in the name of religion. Because here you have Rahul Gandhi suddenly becoming a Shiv Bhakt and wearing Janao and walking around, and suddenly you have the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Mr. M.K. Stalin, and his other leaders of the party standing outside a temple or outside a masudi with a topi and with vibhuti and everything. Then it's fine for them. Then they become Hindus. Then they become everything else, because then they want the votes of the people. BJP doesn't do that. We believe in secularism and we will follow it.
But ultimately, Khushbu Sundar, you will concede that whether it was 2021 or 2024, majority, minority, the DMK emerged victor, irrespective of community.
That's perfectly fine, because we have seen, except for one, which happened when Madam Jayalalitha was alive, where we have seen she winning back to back. But we have always seen Tamil Nadu, where first 5 years somebody else rules, the next 5 years the other political party rules. So I think it's time for a change, and the change is now, and the change is NDA alliance with AIDMK and BJP coming to power.
Okay, Khushbu Sundar, we'll leave it at that. Nandri, thank you very much for joining us here on India Today. Thank you, ma'am. So let's break down for you exactly what played out in the court today. The Madras High Court, the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court, has again given its nod for lighting the Deepam atop the Thiruparankundram hill shrine. But the war is far from over. The DMK has said, we're going to continue this legal fight. We'll take this up in the Supreme Court as well. Let's round up all the updates for you before we open this up.
In a crushing blow to the Stalin government and in a big win for Hindu outfits, the Madras High Court has rejected the state government's petition blocking the lighting of the Deepam atop the Thiruparankundram in Madurai. The court said that the ancient Deepa throne sits on the Devasthanam temple land and upheld the devotees' right to light the Deepam. The High Court slammed the DMK government, saying that peace can't be breached unless it is state-sponsored, and warning that the state should not stoop for political goals. It also accused the administration of attempting to pit two communities against each other and labelled the Waqf board's claim on the land as mischievous. The bench stressed that the government is responsible for public peace and concluded with a message for all: let there be light, not fight.
ஒவ்வொரு ஆண்டும் மீடியேஷன்ங்கிற பேரில் பீஸ் கமிட்டிங்கிற பேரில் மக்களை இன்னும் பிளவு தான் படுத்துறீங்களே தவிர ஒற்றுமையை உருவாக்குறதுக்கு நீங்கள் எந்தவித அதனால் தமிழ்நாடு அரசாங்கம் இன்னைக்கு வரைக்கும் இந்துக்களுக்கு எதிரான முருக பக்தர்களுக்கு எதிரான ஒரு நிலைப்பாடை செயல்படுத்திட்டு இருக்கீங்க.
வெவ்வேறு காரணங்களால வெவ்வேறு தரப்பினுடைய அப்பீல்னால இது ரெண்டு தரப்பு கூடிய ஒரு பெரிய பிரிவினை ஏற்படுத்தின மாதிரியான ஒரு சூழ்நிலை இருக்குது. ஒட்டுமொத்தமாக இது தமிழக இந்துக்களுக்கு, தமிழகத்தினுடைய முருக பக்தர்களுக்கு, ஒட்டுமொத்த முருக பக்தர்களுக்கு கிடைத்திருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய வெற்றி.
The controversy arose over whether the Karthigai Deepam could be lit near a Dargah, with the DMK citing law and order fears, a claim that the court dismissed as baseless. Justice G.R. Swaminathan, who delivered the earlier single-judge verdict approving the Deepam, had said that he hoped to light the lamp himself one day. The opposition hailed the High Court decision, calling out the DMK for blatant misuse of power and urging the government to respect the rule of law.
Justices G. Jayachandran and Justice K. Ramakrishnan have shown that the DMK and the India Alliance is anti-Hindu and directed that the lamp be lit at the hilltop.
But the Deepam war is still not over, as the DMK government is challenging the High Court verdict in the Supreme Court.
We are respecting the sentiment of the people. Most of the Tamil people have the same feeling that there is no such previous incident, that there is a lighting of the lamp in the stone at the top of the Thiruparankundram hill.
The lighting of the Karthigai Deepam continues to remain a big flashpoint ahead of the upcoming assembly polls in Tamil Nadu.
The verdict by the single judge G.R. Swaminathan is upheld, and the petitioner claims this as a huge victory for law. While the court has also stated that political agenda cannot be a play for the government and maintaining law and order is the subject of the state. On the other hand, the DMK government clearly says that it will move the top court, which means the issue has not yet ended. With Irfan, Pramod Madhav, for India Today.
Okay, joining us here on Super 6, we've got Salem Dhanidharan, spokesperson of the DMK, Kovai Satyan, spokesperson of the AIADMK, SG Surya, spokesperson of the Tamil Nadu BJP, and also Youth Wing State President in Tamil Nadu. Vanakkam, thank you all very much for your time. Dhanidharan, I'd like to begin with you on the scathing observations that were made by the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court. All petitions set aside, they've asked once again for the Deepam to be lit atop the Deepa Tune, and particularly suggested that the DMK government is acting out of political leaning.
DMK government is not acting out of political leaning, but DMK government is listening to the voice of the people and making a decision to make sure that the customary practice of where the Deepam has been lit to be continued. It is not a practice followed by the DMK government, it's a practice that has followed for decades, hundreds of years. Even if Jayalalitha, ADMK's leader, was alive, she would have contested this verdict. In fact, under her regime in 95 also, there was a court case and the government said the Deepam should be lit where it has been lit at the Uchipalaya temple. ADMK are following it. That is why Kovai Satyan's party leaders, Jayakumar as well as Sellu Raju, both of them had gone on in record in the TV saying that the customary practice should be followed. Otherwise, there will be religious disharmony and it's culturally also wrong. This is the fact of the matter. And again, who is in charge of the temples in Tamil Nadu for last 100 years? It is the HRNC. So HRNC, the temple administration, will decide whether Deepam
No,
has
but
been
are you
lit
suggesting
or
the court
not
has?
stands.
Are you suggesting the court has no locus standi in this matter to go ahead and deliver a verdict?
See, court can adjudicate, but we have to administer. The court has the locus standi on this matter. That is why we have said that we reject
But they're
the
saying
verdict.
that
and we
too.
will
The court
appeal.
is saying that law and order is something the Stalin government is in charge of. So maintain law and order and light the lamp. That's the court's suggestion.
See, that's what I'm saying. Courts adjudicate and the governments administer, right? In administration, the police institution knows what can create law and order problems. And also, we have the will of the people by the fact that we are in power. We know what the people want. In the sense, not we want, we know. Just that we hear from the people and we follow what the devotees want.
Okay.
One individual, Rama Ravikumar, cannot represent from the Hindu Munnani with a political inclination, with a political bias, cannot represent the entire Muruga devotees.
No, but this is not just about the petition. I'm sorry, there's an order that's come from the court. We can't be just citing what the petitioner has said here. There's an order that's come from the court. The judges.
Order has come. That is why I'm saying, why do we have different layers in the court? Why do you have a sessions court? Why do you have a district court? Why do you have single bench? Why do you have the multiple benches? And why do you have a Supreme Court? Which means that we will appeal this order in Supreme Court.
Sure, yeah, you're free to do that, which is what also the Stalin government has done. Kovai Satyan is also with us on this broadcast. Mr. Kovai Satyan, you heard what the DMK said. They're saying nothing's different here. The AIADMK had a similar stand.
To take asylum under AIADMK and the past of AIADMK clearly reflects the incompetence of MKSL and its governments. This is yet another time where the incompetence of DMK is clearly exposed. And what many more statements should the court make? They cited it's going to be a law and order issue. The court clearly said it is not a law and order issue, it's there in your imagination. And no persons from Tamil Nadu has advocated or supported the actions of DMK post the verdict came. AIADMK stand is very clear. No one is above the law. When the court has given a verdict, you are dutiful, you are bound to abide by the judgment. And you can't take law into your own hands and you cannot show high-handedness like this. And here the spokesperson of DMK talks about customary practices of Hindu religion, wherein their minister Raghupati is comparing the customary practices with lighting a fire of a deceased in the crematorium. So does this premise anyway be compared to a crematorium? So this is what they are about. Their DNA is they want to play divisive politics because elections are around the corner and they want to see bloodbath in Tamil Nadu in the name of religion. That's very clear and evident. And one more point of concern is Udayanidhi Stalin's fortune for 2026 is heavily dependent on appeasing minorities. His constituency, Chepak, had 52,000 minorities out of 230,000 votes. Now it is reduced to 35,000 out of 150,000, which means that clearly 20% plus is represented by minority in the Chepak constituency if he wants to contest in the upcoming elections. And they are hell-bent to appease them. Their actions are directly proportional to the upcoming assembly elections. They don't care about law. They don't care about societal harmony, nor they care about Hindu religion, nor they care about Hindu customs.
Dhanidharan,
All
your
they care
response
about
before
is
I bring in SG
divisive
Surya, please.
politics and vote bank politics.
Dhanidharan, your response quickly.
Our job is to maintain religious harmony, which is of profound importance. I would like to ask Kovai Satyan, what is his stance? Does he believe Deepam should be lit where the court has ordered, where it should be lit like how Jayalalitha has also followed in the Uchipaliya temple? That is my question. What does he think?
I can answer your question. First, go and study the case which was filed in 2014. That was for a different prayer. That was not a prayer like this.
95,
so get yourself
95.
updated first, then come and ask
95.
me questions.
What?
All my
question
stand
is
is
yes or no? Yes or
party
no?
stand is very clear.
No.
Follow the law. Abide by the court decision.
What if during
You are not above the
one
court.
second.
You are not above the
Dhanidharan, you
law.
asked a question. Let
You
Kovai Satyan
can't have a
respond.
high-handedness when it comes to law.
He's getting angry, but the whole point is, where was it lit during the Jayalalitha's regime? It was lit in the Uchipaliya temple. So
what is the prayer?
No, which year are you referring to? Dhanidharan, which year are you referring to?
Now you brief the media. What was the prayer in 2014 when our Amma was there? What was the prayer? What was the prayer? Now you tell me. 2014, what was the prayer of the petitioner?
Where was the Deepam lit? Where was the Deepam lit? That is
No. That's why. First go educate yourself and then come. The prayer is very simple. With the place where it is going to be lit is not supposed to be lit is the prayer. It is not about lighting in another location. He says lighting lamp goes against Agama principles. Then the court asked him where it has been cited in Agama. The petitioner couldn't prove it. So that was a different prayer altogether. Now go get yourself
about the prayer.
educated, then you
Okay.
can fool
I
around
am
the
not
people.
going to the prayer. I'm
Saying
not
that
going to the
2014
prayer.
the same
Time
prayer
out.
was
One
there.
second. Let
I'm
me
not
bring in
going
SG
to
Surya.
again.
Let me bring in SG Surya as well.
No, listen. I am
I'll
not
come
going
to you, Dhanidharan. Just give me a second. Let's bring in SG Surya. He's been waiting rather patiently. SG Surya, your response to the DMK saying there's no proof whatsoever. It's never been lit at the Deepatun. Why are we now raising this issue?
No, Akshita, the beauty of DMK is the obfuscation of facts, even in the national television, shamelessly. He says about the 1990s judgment and he brings in former Chief Minister Jayalalitha Amma into the picture. The 1996 judgment was delivered on 21st November 1996 when DMK was in government, not when ADMK was in government. In 2014, the prayer was completely different. In fact, every petition filed before regarding the Deepatun, the prayers have been different. That is why res judicata did not apply in this case, which has been clearly mentioned by both the judges, not only G.R. Swaminathan, but the two-bench judge also. So the DMK cannot keep on harping about the res judicata judgment. The court has clearly ruled res judicata will not apply here because the prayers in different petitions were different in nature. Secondly, you know, the Thiruparankundram hill is 175 acres in land measurement. The Nellithop, which is owned by the Muslim community, is only 33 cents. The Dargah, which is owned by the Muslims, is only less than 50 cents. In total, out of the 175 acres, only 83 cents, which is less than an acre, is owned by the Muslim community. The judges, when they said today that the state government is trying to create communal harmony, there cannot be a better statement because until this judgment, there was no rift between Hindus and the Muslims. Today, the Dargah is claiming that the Deepatun belongs to the Dargah. So that is where the problem comes. It is already settled dispute in the 1920s that the land ownership is clearly marked.
Yep.
The Deepatun falls under the 175-acre property, which is owned by the Thiruparankundram hill, which is again owned by the temple management. Today, DMK has created a Hindu-Muslim rift by making the Dargah to claim the property of the temple to be the property of the Dargah. That is where the problem is. This is what we have been claiming from the first day. Previously, we have never got a favorable order from the court to light the lamp in Deepatun. Now, the question whether the lamp was lit in Deepatun or the current Uchipaliyar temple does not arise because it is already settled. We have been telling that it is Deepatun where the lamp was lit for thousands of years. Only after the Britishers, this Uchipaliyar temple place has come where the lamp is being lit.
Okay, Dhanidhar,
Everybody in Thiruparankundram, they clearly tell the current place is for the Moksha Deepam. Today, near the Uchipaliyar temple, people light the lamp to tell the village that somebody has died in the village. It is not the place for the Karthigai Deepam. There are enough scriptures to vouch for this.
Ultimately, Dhanidharan, the question that will come up is if the court has ordered it, why not go ahead and allow it?
Okay, see, I think earlier, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? No, the earlier, I think they both confused with the prayer. The point is, HRNC is in charge of lighting the Deepatun wherever it wanted to. So, for 15 years, Jayalalitha's rule happened in Tamil Nadu. Then HRNC was under her control. Why was it not lit where the current ADMK wants it to be lit? That's a question. The prayer is irrelevant.
Because there was no favorable court order, Dhanidharan. We have been fighting for 40 years. 40 years we are fighting. 40 years we fought. Only now we got the favorable order.
Okay, let Dhanidharan respond.
See, I think he's speaking for ADMK. That itself shows that BJP has unfortunately taken over the ADMK. But the whole point is not even a single prayer made by the state government under Jayalalitha's regime said that this is not where the light should be lit. Can anyone prove otherwise? No. Maybe they can lie in the TV, but can they show any documentary evidence? No. I can give you all the documents.
No, but
Never.
Kovai Satyam was responding to that.
That is why the ADMK leaders itself had come and said, Jayakumar as well as Sellu Raju, you can't deny that, have said the customary practice should continue and religious harmony should be maintained. This temple, Thiruparankundram, is a global example of religious harmony. At the foothills, there are both Hindus and Muslims having their shops. When the Deepam is lit in Uchipaliyar temple, even the Muslims come. When functions in Dargah happens, even the Muslim Hindus go and participate. It is an example for religious harmony.
Can I
That
comment?
an
So
anti-social
let
element.
Kovai Satyan respond.
That an anti-social element wants to
No,
destroy.
if the
Why is
if the
Yes,
BJP
the
religious
constant charge
harmony
from
is
the
no,
Why is
DMK right now,
BJP
Kovai Satyan, is that
no,
nothing's changed. This was the
What
stand
is
of the
BJP's interest in the
AIADMK.
matter? What is the BJP's interest in this? Why is
No,
BJP going with the petitioner?
lying and misquoting, lying shamelessly and misquoting are the art of the DNA of DMK. Our leaders said maintain social order and harmony. Is that the stand of DMK, which stands clearly exposed in the judiciary today? It is the same statement of DMK which said we have to keep the law and order issue. There is a law. Court said it is imaginary. They failed. They are the one who tried to divide people based on religion, and they stand exposed today. And how many more lies they will peddle to the people of Tamil Nadu? An issue which could have been sorted out by mutual discussion among the vested interest parties. This DMK government went all out, took the law into their own hands, arm twisted everybody, and trying to paint a picture of religious divide for vote bank politics. How more cheaper they can stoop low?
No.
And how can a minister compare a
Okay.
customary practice of one religion with lighting fire of a deceased in a crematorium?
Let's
Aren't
just-
they ashamed of themselves to make these kinds of
No,
comparisons?
so Kovai
And
Satyan,
every time they come out and say this was what practiced earlier, 2014 case, 15 case, they don't even get themselves updated on what was the prayer and what is the case all about.
let's settle this once
Now
and for
tell
all.
me what is the need to go
Kovai
for an
Satyan,
appeal today
does
just
the
to prove a point that
AIADMK
yes, they were right. They
Does the
stand exposed twice.
AIADMK believe that Deepam should be lit at the Deepathoon? Yes or no? Because that's the question Dhanidharan ultimately is asking.
Ma'am, respect religious beliefs. You tell me now which minority community has come in front and staged a road roko or dharna in Madurai stating that Hindus should not light the lamp there. There were no issues from anyone. Everyone are in harmony. And Hindu custom doesn't go by what is being followed. Lighting a lamp is a belief. And that's it. Anybody can light a lamp anywhere they like, they feel like. It has got nothing to do with infringing the others' religious beliefs or whatever it is.
Okay.
When the Deepathoon is 50 meters away, 2004, when an Amma called for a peace meeting, the Muslim community said we are okay with lighting the lamp beyond 15 meters. We are okay with it, which was agreed upon.
Okay,
Now,
so
this
clear-
DMK government lied first.
So
that
clear
the
answer.
Deepathoon is not a Deepathoon, it is a survey stone by Kanimuli. She lied.
So
Then
clear
they later
answer there
talked,
from
they
Kovai
turned back
Satyan.
and said that, no,
Dhanidharan,
it
your
is not a
question has been
survey stone.
answered.
Then they said it is well within the 15 meters, which was agreed earlier. Now they stand exposed. How many more lies they will peddle
Okay.
for their own vote bank politics and narratives,
Okay,
cheap political
Dhanidharan
narratives?
respond. Dhanidharan respond. Your question has
Follow
now
the
been
law,
answered.
abide by the law. You are not above the law, is
Your
what
question has
AIDMK
been
stand is.
answered. Dhanidharan.
It's my time. See, apart from listening to the people, right? The petitioner, not the BJP, represent the people of Tamil Nadu. We have 50% vote share, majority are Hindus. 85% of the population in Tamil Nadu is Hindus. Majority of them vote for the DMK as per the election track record 2019, 2024, and 2021. Apart from this, what is also pertinent is maintaining law and order is a state's responsibility. We know the BJP's template from the beginning of 1990s, how they have created religious disharmony using religion. We have seen it in Ayodhya, we have seen it in Gyanmapi, we have seen it in before election. This is a template. But it is our job to maintain law and order. You may come and ask me, the court has told otherwise. But what if that march was allowed and the communal disharmony has happened
No,
and
but
people have lost life?
there was
Judiciary is
violence.
not-
There was violence when the Deepam wasn't allowed to be lit either.
No, but there was no loss of life. We have maintained to the best of circumstances. How do you know what would have happened if the Deepam was allowed to be lit? We are not God. Even the judiciary is not God to foresee what
Okay.
would have otherwise happened if this event was allowed to happen.
Fine. SG
Right.
Surya, is this ultimately law and order issue? The Tamil Nadu government says we have to ensure that there is no riot, no communal violence that breaks out.
No, Akshita, I have only one question. Dhanidharan claims that we have religious harmony. If the religious harmony really exists, why would there be a problem in lighting a lamp in the property of the temple? If there is real harmony, I think there shouldn't be any problem. This clearly says they are creating religious problems in Tamil Nadu because it will suit their agenda. Secondly, tell me, Akshita, the government has
Creating
spent
it.
more than...
That this is a manufactured controversy by the BJP.
Of course it is. Not at all. See, the government has spent more than 40 crores arguing this case in front of various benches, hiring various lawyers in the last 3 years in different cases. Tell me, is this really worth to fight a case spending 40 crores? for a case like this where the HRNC supposedly should stand with the devotees. It is not standing with the devotees, it is standing with the anti-Hindu DMK government. That is where the problem comes, because there is no elected representatives in the Devaswam board. They are all DMK appointed functionaries in the temple board. That is the problem. If there is elected members from the society in the Devaswam board, the temple committee in itself will argue for the lamp to be lit in Deepathun only. It will not argue for the lamp to be lit in the Uchipiliyar temple campus. That is the problem. The DMK has monopolized the HRNC department. There are no Hindu devotees in the management. It is only DMK proxies in the temple management. That is why political stands are taken by the temple. Tell me, why will a temple go to a court for an order that is against the Hindus?
No, so what SG Surya has raised here is what the court also has said, Dhanidharan, that political leanings is what's leading to the DMK not allowing the Deepam to be lit at the Deepathun. Your closing comment before I wrap this up, Dhanidharan, your response to what the BJP and AIDMK said.
No. This is absolutely not true. There's no need for religious appeasement in Tamil Nadu because we don't differentiate between religion. There's only one identity.
No, but if there is no appeasement, if there's no religious appeasement, if an order has come saying go ahead and light a lamp, why isn't it done? You're citing law and order. There was violence that broke out. And the court too has said that law and order, yes, is something the Stalin government must ensure.
That is what I'm saying. There is no proof of a Deepam ever being lit where these people wanted to be lit. And BJP nor SG Surya, my dear friend, nor the ADMK are representing the Hindus, not the devotees. Get it very clear. BJP shows 3% in Tamil Nadu. So how do I say that they have the legitimacy to represent the devotees?
No, but
and when you say HRNC
as the DMK, as you say, Dhanidharan, as you say that you are representing the people of Tamil Nadu, the petitioners can come out and say we're representing a community.
But then we are legitimately elected by the people, not godly ordained power. As FG Surya said, HRNC is controlled by the DMK. We are not like we have not derived our power from God. We have derived our power from the people. That is why when HRNC takes a decision, it's indirectly will of the people of Tamil Nadu. That is the whole point here that we have to note. And what we have also not understood is we are not against Deepam being lit. It is only the customary practice has to be followed like it has been followed by hundreds of years.
I'm going to... Okay.
So it is a wrong observation by the court to say that we are politically motivated. Rather, the petitioner is politically motivated. BJP, the party which has affiliation to BJP, is politically motivated.
You're suggesting essentially that this is a wrong observation by the court, Dhanidharan.
See, no one has got to make always a right observation, which is why we are going to go for an appeal. That is why we have different processes. How do you say this is politically motivated when the petitioner
I have one question, Akshita, please. I have only one question, Akshita.
BJP. Tell me, tell me this.
Listen. Tomorrow they go to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court rules in favor of lighting a lamp in Deepathun. What will be DMK stand? That is my question. Can Dhanidharan answer? Because it is very obvious that they are going to lose in the Supreme Court. They are going to lose very badly in the Supreme Court. Tell me what will be your answer.
So what is that? If we win the case, what will SG Surya say? We can't answer on speculations. The matter will be sub judice. We will get the...
We have been losing the case for 40 years. Only now we have won.
What if Modi government will lose its majority tomorrow?
No. Let's... we'll go into a whole lot of what ifs right now. We'll go into a whole lot.
Yeah, exactly. He started the what ifs.
Okay, so we'll wait for what happens. We'll wait for what happens in the Supreme Court. But clearly, even based on what's happened now in the Madurai... Okay, go ahead, Kovai Satyan, quickly, please. Because you wanted to give it... I wanted to give you a chance to make closing comments.
It is not a disputed site. This is not a disputed site. The issue became disputable after the elected government took a stand based on religion.
Okay.
They claim they are unsecular, but they took a stand on religion lines and they want to drive a narrative. My request to MK Stalin, the number one
gentlemen, I'm completely out of time. I'm completely out of time. I apologize. Ultimately, look, with the order that's come in from the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court, are we going to be seeing the Deepam being lit? No, because the Stalin government has now moved the Supreme Court. So that legal fight continues. I'd like to thank Kovai Satyan, Dhanidharan as well as SG Surya for joining us here on India Today. I'm slipping into a short break. Coming up on the other side, we'll get you details of how the last 24 hours has spelled double trouble for Vijay. From a CBI summon to the Madras High Court refusing immediate relief to his final film, Jananayakan. Those updates coming your way.